Thank you for that introduction, Melly. And our tour guide and moderator today is Breila. So I'm going to pass the mic to you, Breila.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to the Virtual World Education Consortium in Second Life. Today we'll be touring the VWEC Eduverse region and meeting some of our key members. We are pleased to be offering today's expert series presentation in both text and chat. Text for anyone who may not be using voice in Zoom or on the MOOC is shared on our YouTube live stream, which I will put here in our local chat if you're in Second Life. And you can click the sign beside me for this information as well. And with that, I am very pleased to introduce Elli Pinion, who's going to be telling us about VWEC and our Welcome Center.
Thank you so much, Breila. And we're so pleased to be at the VWMOOC today. We are standing at the landing point at the VWEC Eduverse region and are so pleased to be at the MOOC, as I already mentioned, as well as our expert series today. The VWEC Virtual Worlds Education Consortium began in 2021 with a discussion between a couple of educators. We realized there are many educators in virtual worlds and those who love education. And we wanted to connect with them as we knew that we could learn from each other and we could get more support and solve some problems if we work together. We asked the many amazing educators we knew in VWs to join us. We also know how busy everyone is, so we didn't want to have a ton of meetings. So we set quarterly meetings. And before we knew it, we had a region to support. We will sit today, share we are actually a community gateway in Second Life. And that includes a way to sign in directly from our website and land right here using, thank you. That supports us keeping our students safe areas as well as moving interested regions to the edge of this reserve, so you're not a zombie. Students have some, but know that many communities have user. We have portals for new folks. We are also collaborating. Second mentors and Linden Lab have a positive spirit. Before I move to share the student work here, I would like to share our formal goals of the region. The goal of the VW Education Consortium is to bring educators to share what has been successful platform. Through meeting core educational communities can collaborate, document progress in a virtual environment. The welcome plot experts who share their experience, informational need and
okay, so I think it's probably my turn. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. So yeah, let's move over to the student research exhibits and talk about the challenge as well. So I'm Marie Vans, Am Vans Lapis in Second Life and every other virtual world. And so here we're standing in front of the student research exhibit here on the VWEC Welcome Plaza. In 2023, the Virtual World Best Practices in Education Conference, or the VWBPE Conference, in collaboration with VWEC, invited students who have done research in virtual worlds to create poster presentations at the VWBPE conference. In partnership with VWBPE, VWEC, that's acronym alphabet here, has moved the posters to a permanent exhibit at the VWEC Welcome Center landing so that other instructors and people interested in education and using virtual worlds can enjoy their work and learn from their research. So in addition, the VWEC included the 2024 VWBPE student posters, which include students and instructors who participated in the VWEC Student Challenge project, which I'll be describing in a minute. So it is our plan to continue adding student work to this exhibit to promote student learning in virtual worlds and share what the amazing students are doing. So if we kind of just quickly walk around here, you can see that each one of these posters has a poster and a little laptop here. And you can get more information from clicking on the laptop. Specifically, there's two here that when you click on the laptop, you will get a video about from the students that did these presentations or did these posters, talking about how they did the research and they used the virtual world of Second Life to do so. So there's one here by Chandra, and there's the next one is by Kriyatya, both who are very WEC and VWBPE. So we wanted to encourage you to come by and take a look at these maybe at another time to get more in-depth to see what they've done. But we have been very fortunate to work with graduate students who are doing research here in Second Life. And it's important for us to highlight that student work, and it is interesting to see what their research have found. Okay, so we're going to move on to the student challenge area. So that's right here under this arch. So if everybody could follow me here.
the entire Eduverse region. The architecture was built by a real-world professor of architecture. And you can see that this is beautiful as I'm canning out for the whole area. Down the stairs here, halfway down, is our lookout. We sort of modeled this after the national parks, which have lovely signage that sort of give you an overview of places to hike and things like that. You'll see that there's a Welcome Center region map, and each one of these lookout posters explain a bit about the areas that you can teleport to, such as the Gateway to Thinking, full of simulations of high quality across Second Life, the Commons, the models of teaching, and all the areas down below. So we'll walk on down the steps to the Info Center, named after virtual world pioneer and champion Selby Evans. Selby Evans is known in virtual worlds as the Thinkerer. Until all of you go inside before we talk, because cross a sound barrier, and you will not hear my voice until you're inside. Now I'm going to wait till everybody's in, and then I'm going to turn this over to Suemoon to share. I see a couple people are not inside yet, so we'll wait for them to join us. Let's see, Suemoon, I do want to say that Suemoon's the director of this info center. It's run by real information professionals, and Suemoon's she is a retired law librarian. And if anyone is interested in learning more about Second Life and the VWEC, this is his place to go. She'll show you where our calendar is, where there's always someone on duty here. You can come chat and learn how to volunteer, how to find your way around, and anything you need to know about Second Life. So Suemoon, I'll give the mic to you.
Hi, can everybody hear me? I'm Suemoon Magic, Valentine. The educators or students or anybody who drops in. We explain resources here too. We have lots of interactive posters and calendars all around the walls that you can click on and find out information about projects that we do and just about things going on here at the VWEC. We have a little kiosk with information for our volunteers, information cards with a tour of the surrounding info center. And we tend to hang out upstairs, and we have meetings up here. There's hangout space. You can just come and sit. And we have chat meetings. When you have office hours here, the volunteers, we often will schedule people to come and talk to us about what kinds of projects that we're doing. So if you wanted to look around, we have calendars on the wall. See most of our calendar over here on the wall in front of me. You can see all kinds of events that are going on, and our social media links. And then all around other places of the building we have resources. Our YouTube channel, you can sit and watch things there or just get a link for that. Downstairs, why don't we all just walk downstairs, and we can see some of the tools for our volunteers and also office space for the Avatar Scholar.
This is Suemoon's backroom office. You see our podcasting station over there. And this is our publishing area. I'll stand right over here by Elli and tell you a bit about Avatar Scholar. I also want to mention that we have directories. We're working on a directory of simulations across the metaverse, and that's upstairs. Avatar Scholar. VWC is committed to finding new ways to reach out to the larger educational community. So about a year ago, the decision was made to publish a magazine, and the magazine to present material in a format that's highly accessible to a wide range of readers. And so what if VWEC wanted to do this for faculty, administrators, to really promote for education? We might call it the Avatar Scholar. And so the first edition of the Avatar Scholar was published in late 2024 with Meryl McBride as the managing editor. Cam around, walk inside her office. The purpose of the magazine was to showcase the potential of virtual, metaverse-based teaching and related research for higher education. And the goal was to provide a platform that would open doors to faculty and administrators who may heretofore had been uninterested, and these are Meryl's words, and or uninformed about the educational promise of social virtual worlds. We've had article contributors such as John O'Connor writing about From Zombies to Avatars, and Marie Vans teaching using social immersive technologies, with an editorial on the pedagogical value of virtual worlds by Tom Bukowski. There are spotlight pieces that highlight selected higher education institutions with a presence in virtual worlds, engaging disabilities through the use of virtual worlds, teaching genetics, understanding digital citizenship, and using virtual worlds as teaching tools. In every instance, we designed a format that was pleasing to the eye and richly complemented by graphics, and which demonstrated the scholarly footprint created by virtual world researchers. The organizational structure of the Avatar Scholar has now been updated. An editorial committee was formed to advise the managing editor on publication submissions and related magazine issues. In addition, a formal content submission process was created for people interested in contributing to future issues. So stay tuned for that. Come back here to the Info Center to get more details. Thank you for your interest in Avatar Scholar. And we will walk upstairs where Marie is going to talk to us about our Fireside Chats at the deck. When we cross the line, you may lose voice. Come back here to learn more about the VR Exploder Club, exploring the entire metaverse, or any other questions you may have.
Everyone can hear me? We're going to walk over here to the fireside deck. And you can have a seat if you want. As I'm sure you can see, the reason why it's called the fireside deck is because we have a really nice fireplace here. So we have two main events that occur here. We have the expert series, for which actually this is the expert series. This MOOC presentation is expert series for us this month, but we also have fireside chats, and these fireside chats are provided in several languages. And it's an informal thing for people to just have conversations about virtual world learning, and it not only helps people understand, practice the language, but also to be able to get more information on how these spaces are used for virtual environments, and especially nice to be able to troubleshoot or brainstorm over any kind of obstacles that come up when using these spaces for education. The purpose of the fireside chats are to provide this informal time and for conversation about virtual environments. They basically allow educators in virtual worlds to share ideas and learn what exciting things other people are doing, as well as helping to form friendships and create community. So some of the examples of the fireside chats that we have are LLL Chat with Liz and Max on Mondays at 9 a.m. Dodge's Fireside Chat, which is on Wednesdays at 3:30 p.m. And these, of course, would be Second Life time. The first Wednesday at 9 a.m. we have Ewan's meditation. And then on Wednesdays at 11:11 we have Zinnia's chats. There's a literary sci-fi chat on the second Thursday at both 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. that will start in October. And then there's a fireside chat with Dex, who I think it should be in Polish, if I'm not mistaken, on Sundays at 12 p.m. So I encourage you to check out the calendars to see if there's a time that is of interest to you. And it's like I said, it's a much more informal way to build community and even get help, get some mentorship as well. Then the other thing that we do here is the expert series. So our expert series today is a little bit different than it has been, because normally it's a formal presentation here at the fireside chat with slides and maybe some kinds of interaction, but it's typically done just right here. And it's bi-monthly, and basically we invite experts who use virtual environments for teaching and training to share their experiences and their approaches. And these talks reflect our goal of serious learning. So generally these are 1 hour presentation that can be, we have a happy hour set up over on the deck, and we can typically retire after the presentation to there where we can have more informal discussion with the speaker. We do ask that our experts use the slide player, which is right above my head here, so we don't have issues with permissions and that kind of thing. The happy hour itself, if speakers are coming and they talk about say builds that they have done, the happy hour itself can be used for actual tours. We don't typically do tours during the expert series, because we want people to be concentrating on what the speaker is saying, and not trying to figure out where your avatar needs to be. And again, these are scheduled twice a month, except during the summertime. But we also encourage anybody who has something to share about their use of educational materials in Second Life to fill out our form and present for us as well. Okay, so I'm wondering now if Elli, are you going to
Well, who's next? I think Ed Resources is next.
So yeah, okay, Zinnia, take it away.
Thank you. Why don't you stand and follow me? I'm going to be using my speakeasy to help me out. This space has always been a collaborative effort. We provide both new and seasoned educators and students with lessons and learning assets to thrive in the environment. We're currently in the midst of reimagining and redesigning this corner of the Eduverse to reflect our refreshing branding and generous contributions of our vibrant community. I am deeply grateful for those who built and curated these resources before me. We provide tools and tips to help you succeed, and they're free. We want to offer our educators and valued learners educational resources in our key focus areas. And yes, they're color-coded. Come on, it's me. Let's take a look, and please pardon the dust while we continue to build. Red is our authentic avatar, your unique virtual identity development. We often start here when entering virtual learning space to create our own virtual selves. In this area, you will find helpful instructions for customizing your avatar so it feels comfy and you feel comfy in your own virtual skin. Explore freebie clothing from several of our apparel designers with colors that communicate your intention. Grab note cards with suggested shops and blogs for thrifty finds to complete your new look. Here in the blue area, we have our engagement scripts and tutor resources. And you're more than welcome to move around and try out some of these seats that I've added so far. We all know that students engage more deeply in world when they feel like their distinct selves. Remember, the first time you dropped a script in a prim and it worked? It's so exciting. This area is filled with that kind of magic and empowerment. You'll find handy scripts and tutorials to help make your virtual learning experiences livelier and more interactive. We aim to provide full perm resources, meaning they're modifiable and transferable to suit your needs. And I'm very grateful. Max has been a great beta tester on so many of these things, as well as Elli. So Cyan is our communication, expression, and presentation tools. The more you listen, the more you hear. And the more you look, the more you see. Worlds offer endless ways to express yourself and deliver content. Here you'll find best practices for active and responsive communication. Inspire your students to explore diverse forms of expression in world, photography, and uploading outside art to create galleries, visual storytelling spaces, and virtual performances through filming machinima or live poetry readings. And yes, it's still a classic. We all need the reliable slide presentation tool to showcase our stellar slides. And then our last area is green, immersive learning environment assets and content creation. Oh boy. Once you discover the build tool, you really that you can create your own world and destiny. This area offers objects to foster friendly and curious learning spaces. The movement and curation of pixels, prims, and polygons give your imagination permission to soar. Gather free goodies for your classroom, learning labs, and magical instruction forests. I know you got them. Find directions for more resources in-world and online support for inventive virtual content creators. This is an evergreen effort, so it is always growing. Do you have educational resources you wish you had or ones you are developing and want to contribute? We'd love to hear from you. As we evolve the education resources area, our goal is to keep it engaging, supportive, and reflective of your inventive work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zinnia. The next section we'll be going to is models of teaching. And if Lissena and Max can lead us over there, I'll also put a slurl in local chat.
I think, is Max going first?
activities related to various aspects of genetics. Many of the 100 or so activities on Genome are interactive and produce data that can be genetically analyzed. Two of the activities are displayed here: the inheritance of coat colors in cats from the cattery, and the inheritance of human. And now I will pass you on to Liz.
Okay, can you hear me? We're just going to, I think we were going to walk around here a little bit, right? But we didn't get a chance to.
Please,
So-
let's walk. Let's walk.
Okay, let's walk up the pathway behind tagline. Tag, turn around. And we'll walk up the path. I think this is the path. All right, here we are. Can you all hear me here? Okay, I also have a text I can just paste in as well if I start to break up. So let me do that as we go, okay? And so this area is called Models of Teaching. This area of Models of Teaching offers a potential teacher or learner 5 examples of lifelong learning programs in Second Life. We're at the bottom here. As you follow the path up the hill to the lifelong learning playground at the top of the hill, you can explore the different ways you can continue learning as an adult in Second Life. Tell you a little bit about each one here. The octagon example, which is further up the hill, shows an experiential approach to learning. Virtual ability shows ways to use interactive posters for an asynchronous approach to learning. For environmental sciences, Studio Lake uses an immersive approach. Builders Brewery has many classes and teachers who offer a wide variety of building and scripting skills. Right here, we are at Whole Brain Health, which is my program. And if you want to come over to the front of it, this is what we tried to do. Let me see if I can give you this information. Okay. Here at Whole Brain Health, we have 2 sims dedicated, excuse me, to teaching residents how to improve their well-being in Second Life through interactive, immersive, and asynchronous activities, as well as hosted programs. So the variety, the different ways you can approach these things is very, very interesting and important. In our case, just to give you an example here, if you want to try it, you can click on each poster to get note cards with ideas for teaching lifelong learners based on our more than decade of experience. And we'll also get gifts from the posters. If you click on Yoda in here, you want to walk inside with me? Let's walk inside. If you click on Yoda, he'll chat with you about Whole Brain Health. Okay, and at the beginning here, this is what we've added here. We've added audio to things we're doing on our Sims to give people a kind of a warmer, more personal experience who come into do some of our lifelong learning programs. So if you, right here in, let's see, I should go back here, I guess. Right back here where there's this kiosk, if you click on it, there's a sign here, it tells you what to do. If you follow the directions, you will get headphones. And they will look for the headphones in the exhibit, like on our sim. And then if you click on the owl in here, which is our symbol of wisdom. You can hear what she has to say about this whole area. Okay? You might recognize her voice. And when you're here, click on things and don't forget to get the gifts. If you want to walk up the hillside and see the other exhibits, that's a good idea to do, and come back and try out the headphones. It's really kind of neat to hear somebody speaking to you in Second Life when they're not here. So walk up the hill. Where are we going next? Is that okay to do? Yeah, here is.
We're heading to the commons.
Should we walk up? Can we get there from here, or should we go back?
Just have to double back. It's no worries. We can do that.
Okay. So these are all the different exhibits. And at the top, as you see, is an area we call the playground. Lifelong learning, because lifelong learning should be fun. You can swing there, if I can ever get there. Okay, do you want to go down the hill? How do we want to do it? Or do you want to just teleport down?
I can walk us down there, and people get lost. I'll leave.
Okay.
I'll leave the slurl. So this is where we're headed, but let's walk down the hill.
Okay.
I think it's a lot more fun to see everything.
Yeah.
And I want to go. I'd like to go back around the back side of the models of teaching, because I think we messed up a little bit with Max. Oh, you guys are there. Thank you. Because
there are a lot of things here.
Exhibits. Yeah, Peonia's exhibits right here. And Max talked about it. So we're just going to keep walking. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And I'm not breaking up. You are going to lose me right here. So I'll let everybody get closer. Hey, a bunch of people. I'm going to go around this way so you don't lose me, but you guys, and you're going to lose me. Here we go. Oh, and some people use the slurl. Yay. Those of you on Zoom didn't get lost. Okay, so for our last that we're going to show you, and this segued nicely into it. Okay, let's segue nicely, because this is our commons area. Finally, we realized that we wouldn't have a complete educational without a student or a commons hosts a weekly concert by the amazing Ari at 11 a.m. on Thursdays. This summer, we designated the VWEC theme to be the Summer of Fun. Letty Luckstone kicked us off with her talk about playable journeys. If you missed it, you can check it out. Thanks. Oh, thank you, Dud. As well. So you can check her out at the recording that our wonderful Fran always does. And also she has some interactive slides that are quite interesting at the second link. Our great friend and colleague, Namara McBride, who I always say her name wrong, of Ethiopia, hosted a Summer of Fun barbecue with a great discussion and prizes that she had scattered around, kind of like a scavenger. VWEC hosted the Nonprofit Common Grounds networking party in June, and Buffy Beal has set up a Summer of Fun obstacle course here on the VWEC. If you want to check it out and win her award, and it's at this. We were redesigning the Commons to support what virtual worlds offers so well, learning through play. Research tells us that play is educational, even for adults. We do not think of virtual worlds as games, and I'm sure you guys don't either, but we know there are many ways to have fun here and learn so much while doing it. We added a few items just for fun at the Commons. There's billiards and darts and chess as you pan around, Val, and some video games. Let me walk over there. So in this room is where Ari is. Outside, we have video games and chess and I forgot the name of this. Oh, Greedy, yeah, which is a fun game for everybody. Video games, in fact, were donated to the Student Challenge, and they are really exciting use of things that are in real world versus things that are in virtual world. So we have all these just fun things, and we have this little pop game over here that's very fun as well. But those are just for pure fun. But as we know, there are lots of ways to have fun and still learn. We also share 10 ways adults can be more playful. I need to read that all the time. Research shows that being playful is a key way to get more out of life. Play empowers people to be flexible thinkers, creative, young at heart, and free-spirited. Here's the link to that article. Those of us that are having summer winding up may want to have just a little more play, right? The Harvard Graduate School of Education states the researchers invite educators to explore what playful might look like in their own communities with the help of a playful learning indicator guide and to document their experiences and processes in order for them to be visible to others and enhance future student. Pedagogy of play also includes a chapter on what administrators, school leaders, and teachers can build a school-wide culture of playful learning. And this is out of Harvard. I encourage you to check that out. Diaz Varela, Andrea, and Wright play for adults, play-based approaches in teacher training in the Scottish Education Review. They say play tends to be recognized as a valuable tool for social, emotional, cognitive, physical development of younger children, yet concurrently, it is often discredited use by adults. While there is still much literature on intergenerational play between seniors and younger children, there is a dearth of literature on use of play for learning between and their students. Sociocultural theory foregrounds and learning highlights the importance of social interactions within a learning process. Kolb and Kolb argue that play in learning supports individuals to gradually begin to pull off their game face and express themselves, which has the reduced power constructs through creating space for adults and children to take on new playful roles outside of structured roles of teacher and child, creating space for relationships to form and deepen. And I think that that's why many of us enjoy virtual world. So let me move everything back to Breila.
All right, thank you. So we hope you've enjoyed today's presentation. If you're an educator or support education, we have some upcoming dates for VWVC 2025. Our next general meeting is October 8th at 9 a.m. SLT at the VWEC Eduverse Fireside location, which we were just at a few minutes ago. And I'll give you a slurl for that for future reference. Our next expert series will be Day Miami presenting Virtual Worlds in Education and Museums 3, Triassic Dinosaurs, which sounds fabulous, on Friday, September 12th at 1 p.m. SLT. And to see all the events at VWEC, you'll want to check out the VWEC Plaza events calendar, which I will put a link to in chat. You also don't want to miss the VWEC YouTube channel. There are all kinds of wonderful videos of some of the presentations that we've done here, and I've put that in local chat for you. And finally, we have a number of social media links that are available to you, and I will be happy to give you those as well. And that's about it. Thank you so much for joining us today.